everybody. I want to talk about how we used some really powerful products to tell a really cool story. The first story starts in 2020. The company was about to launch a new product, and what they wanted to do was tell this story of how a product had gone from concept to commercialization in 6 months. It took an immense amount of work from creatives and marketers and scientists across the world sort of working collaboratively, cutting the red tape just to produce Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. So this was also the companies taking a step into a new beverage market, which was alcoholic drinks. And now they're saying, all right, Coke Creative Studios, we want you to tell this story. But the crazy thing is we're going to have to collect interviews for this story from people who are based all across the world. Can we travel? Absolutely not. We're in a lockdown. It was going to be a very difficult story to tell, especially from our kitchens and our homes where we're locked down. Moving forward, September 2020, production begins. And this is where I want to get to one of our favorite tools, Frame.io. We were able to start working with Frame.io when we realized that this is going to be the way to get the footage back to all of our creative team. We had editors in Nashville, we had animators in New York, we had an editor in Milan, and then we had our team in Atlanta. And everyone needed access to this content. Here's the workflow we used. We took the camera roll, and we had that camera roll syncing to a OneDrive cloud. From there, our assistant editor would download it to his computer. He would add burned-in timecode, string out the interview as one piece. He'd use the Frame.io plugin in Premiere. He'd upload it to Frame.io, and boom, suddenly everyone had access to this content. So our writers could start doing paper cuts. I could start reviewing things and coming up with crazy stuff. Now, this project had become a big deal. Everyone had gotten a little peek at what we're shooting, and they want to release this sooner, and they want to release more of them. So those editors, they've been working a few hours a day. Great, we'll just have them work twice as long. But they weren't working a few hours a day. They were working 8 hours a day. And that's where I sort of came to an ethical issue. I could have just said, hey, I had to do it. Shouldn't they? And just when we were making a decision on what to do next, I got a little surprise in my status bar, an update. I love updates, but I don't read the version notes. I think I was on a video call, though, and I was a little bored. So you know what? I'm actually going to read the update notes this time. Well, I read the update notes, and it said something about Adobe team projects. The Coke Creative Studios team has become Adobe Team Project super users. It's great. Now, we are tossing projects back and forth. We have an editor in Milan, we have an editor in Nashville, we have a team in Atlanta, and they're just trading project files. There are a couple of hiccups every now and then. Maybe they forget to share it up to the cloud or something like that. But we're not worrying about versioning anymore. We're not saving the project and sharing, emailing the project back and forth. None of that. It's just simply click share, close it out. You can't mess with someone else's sequence. It's brilliant. I love it. So that whole problem of needing to get extra hours out of our editors is solved, especially because now we're reaching across the world and we have 2 editors working 8-hour days. So basically, when she finishes in Milan, she shares her project, it goes up, and the editor in Atlanta now can just start working on it. And now we've got this project working 24 hours a day. Amazingly, that's the story we were telling with the launch of Topo Chico. It was this global network coming together across time zones to produce something faster and more efficiently than ever before. So what do we want to learn from this? I've actually spent some good time with the Adobe team this week. I spent some time with the Frame.io team. Talk to these people. They want to make our lives easier. They want to make our work better. And I think you're going to get some really cool things out of it if you just look into the new ways to do things. Try to do it the cool way that doesn't tax your people, that doesn't make them miserable, that makes them actually love what they do. And I think the most important thing is just remember, always read those version notes, because there might be some really lovely things hidden in there that have been designed by some really intelligent people. That's it. That's for me. I'm Marty Buckafusco. I work for the Coca Cola Company. Thank you for your time, and thanks to Adobe and Frame for giving us such good products. Thanks.